Welcome to DFS Insights. I am David Grant Jr., joined here with my co-host and cousin, David Geislinger. We are here to go over the Monday night matchup. We got the San Francisco 49ers playing on Monday Night Football against the now Aaron Rodgers, hopefully playing more than one series of football, New York Jets. Man, I'm pretty pumped. It's opening night for us 49ers. You excited for Monday Night Football?
I mean, I'll just be curious to see if Aaron Rodgers can finally beat the 49ers. He never did it in Green Bay, so still hurts there. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what he can do. I don't know. It'd
Hey,
be, I mean, obviously it's going to be better than Zach Wilson. So I'm
yeah. Hey, anything you could be put in and do better than Zach Wilson did last year. And kind of some irony with Jordan Love getting injured, in the first game. He at least made it all the way to the end. And he's a Green Bay quarterback. And then Aaron Rodgers last year, man, all these Green Bay quarterbacks, getting hurt. Man, that's almost 49er-esque.
yeah. Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true. Yeah.
But let's dive in to some of the stats. We could kind of check out what the spread is, and
Yeah. So yeah, before we get into it, yeah, we're going to be covering, here the NFL, FanDuel single game slate. As David mentioned there, got the 49ers versus Jets. Vegas has the 49ers favored by 4. I mean, not surprising. I mean, it's surprising that it's only 4. And a 43.5 game total over under there. I think that's Jets defense and 49ers defense are pretty good, so a little bit lower. Looking at offensive snaps or average snaps there, about 65 for 49ers, 67 for the Jets. Keeping in mind this is based on preseason and basically not Aaron Rodgers stats. So 49ers coming in at a 55.7% passing out of those, 65 and then 44.3 running. Jets 66.7 passing, 33.3% running, which to me is, I think they would want to run a little bit more. Breece Hall is pretty good running back there. So yeah,
yeah, big time.
I want to be interested to see how this game pans out. Notable injuries to keep an eye on. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, because like 97% of the 49ers plays involves him. So if he's out, like if he's in, like you need to play him. He's getting the ball, passing, catching, throwing. Like he's involved in almost every play in some way, shape, or form. So, but keep an eye on that questionable tag. It is his Achilles, his legs, or whatnot. And he's been known to not be very durable. So keep that in mind. Obviously, Ricky Purcell is out. Dude just got shot. So hopefully he gets better here soon. And I put Elijah Mitchell on there just because he had some potential runs last year, but he's also out. So yeah, that
Yeah, and what one other key injury is on our defensive side for the 49ers. Ufunga is still out from last season. I believe he had tore a ligament in his knee. So that's he's huge. That is a really big deal as far as our run defense and just our defense in general goes. So that's another key guy that's out, but on the defensive side of the ball.
nice. All right. Well, what we typically do here, we're gonna give you our top 2 plays. Player wise, we haven't really discussed beforehand. We kind of like to pick, our individual top 2 players, and then give them that way. If we do happen to overlap, that's just a little bit more reassurance that's probably a really good play to lock in your lineup. So with that, make sure you please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, as we're just getting in here to the NFL season. and we'll be covering, here over on FanDuel's NFL single game, DraftKings, Millie Maker slate, and UFC for those who are interested. But enough of me chit chatting. Who you got as your number one, or excuse me, your one of your picks here?
Yeah, yeah. Not really any particular order, but I am going to go with Mr. Jordan Mason as my first pick. He's our backup running back. I am a little concerned with McCaffrey, and McCaffrey being at 17,500. I mean, he's 2,000 more, or 1,500 more than the next player. I really could see Jordan Mason. Again, he's only at 7,500, so he has a high potential to exceed his salary. Again, with CMC not at full strength, I could see him getting some more touches. And towards the end of the season, he's also good at receiving as well. So, I do have on here the Jets' run defense ranked 31. I got that because that's what FanDuel said. Obviously I've seen elsewhere that their run defense is ranked 11th or it's kind of all over the place since we're still at the beginning of the season here. So, nonetheless, last year their run defense was not great. And with Jordan Mason being his second year, I think, he's ready for some more responsibility. And we are known for turning out great running backs. It just we just always have a great backfield. So, what are your thoughts on Mr. Jordan Mason here?
Yeah, no, I love the potential there too, especially even if CMC does play, I'm assuming. I mean, I would assume that they wouldn't run him full strength. Because if he goes down, then that's going to be probably one of the biggest hits
Yeah,
of like it'd be like Jordan Love getting injured. Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
49ers would need to pick it up pretty quick. Uh, but yeah, no, I like Jordan Mason. He showed flashes last season, and now with Elijah Mitchell out, it's basically him. The only thing that I could see happen would, use check, Kyle use check, vulturing some of those touches. But other than that, at 7,500, you're not really looking for too much. But a few goal line carries, get a touchdown, and he's already exceeded value.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I definitely like him.
Nice. Right on. Who do you got here as one of your selections?
I am. Well, we'll go ahead and stick with the same team here. I'm gonna go with Mr. WWF superstar here, George Kittle. Yeah, so I like him. I like his grit on the field. He's pushing it basically every play. Probably one of great hands, and he's probably one of the best. Uh, he loves to block, which probably should get checked mentally for that. But he's out there blocking and creating huge plays. Unfortunately, those obviously don't give you fantasy points, but yeah, he catches them, and then he just goes as yards after catch is crazy. He's comparable to Debo Samuel's, and I'd say probably even slightly better at that. Just getting hit and just keeps trucking. So I even like him in the MVP. He's coming in at 11K salary. I say I like him in the MVP this matchup over Samuel and Ayuk. Obviously, I will probably be having them in the MVP as well. It's just Jets have a amazing backfield. Coming in, Jets are ranked third from Pro Fantasy Focus in their coverage defense. So, I have a feeling, obviously who you're going to shut down. You're going to try to shut down Ayuk. You're going to try to shut down Samuel, and then Kittle would probably be that third option. I'm talking receivers. We all know Christian McCaffrey's number one. I'm talking receivers. So yeah, that's why I have George Kittle maybe picking up a few extra. It's only coming in 4 to 6 catches projected, 45. Opponents ranks at 87.7. There was no ownership up on any of the sites I've looked at yet, so that's another reason to hit that subscribe notification bell. I'll post that in the comments, and then only projected 9 points. I have a feeling he'll get a touchdown and exceed that. What do you think of Mr. Kittle here?
Yeah, yeah. I almost went with Kittle as my second pick, mainly because Ayuk. I was reading, he obviously missed basically all of camp, so he might not be, fully up to speed. George Kittle's been out there the entire time, also the Jets. I don't think that they're ranked too high against his position, so I could definitely see him getting a couple extra targets than usual. Um, yeah, the 49ers offense, there's just so many targets to go to. And as you mentioned, the Jets defense and their cornerbacks are, super solid. So this could be more of a run and tight end type of a scenario here. So, yeah, love George Kittle. I'll be having him at some MVP as well, because I know he'll be lower owned at the MVP, but I'll have him in quite a bit of the flex positions here as well. So yeah, great pick.
All right, so you got as your last pick here.
Yeah, my last pick, I got the running back from the Jets, Mr. Breece Hall.
Oh, nice.
There's just yeah, there's just no ignoring this guy. Watching him play with absolute terrible quarterbacks. He still found a way to shine on a just absolute garbage offense. I mean, and I say that they have good weapons, but when you don't have someone a solid quarterback, it's hard to be good. He's coming in at 15K. I'll definitely, obviously, be playing him at the MVP. I will be finding ways to put him in utility as well. I would argue he's the Jets' best player simply because Aaron Rodgers hasn't played in about 2 years, if not longer, and he decided not to show up to camp and do Aaron Rodgers things. He's a dual threat, which is what we love to see. He's Christian McCaffrey esque. The last 3 games of the season, he had 16 targets, 9 targets, and then 2 targets. His ceiling out there is just astronomical. He had a 37-point fantasy point game, Christmas Eve last year. My only concern would be the Jets being down in the fourth quarter, and them having to pass the ball. But again, they might be doing some dump offs to Breece Hall, and he has a lot of great, runs after the catch. And he averaged 14.85 fantasy points last season. He's pretty much a lock for me. I don't know how I'm going to not play Breece Hall. So, what are your thoughts on Mr. Breece Hall here?
Yeah, no, I second that as that's actually my
Mhm.
last pick here. So yeah, I got him,
Okay.
coming in roughly they're projecting about 17 touches, 80 yards. The 49ers defense is actually ranked pretty low at 53.2 against the run versus run defense there. So, and they even got lit up last year in the playoffs. Green Bay, Aaron Jones smoked them. Detroit smoked them. Obviously, they ended up winning those games, but they did get ran all over. And like you said, I think Hufunga is a big reason why. So, unless they shored that up in preseason, which I don't think they probably did.
Yeah, no, probably not.
I think Breece Hall might have a game here. Not to mention, looking here at the stats, they're coming in at a 38.2 for tackling, which is
Okay.
the lowest right now in the NFL. Excuse me, third lowest. You,
Yeah.
next to Carolina Panthers. So we'll just say that he's
Yeah.
projected, 16.86 points ownership. Unfortunately, like I said, it'll be in the comments here probably tomorrow morning, afternoon. So yeah, I definitely see him MVP. No doubt, I'll have quite a bit of lineups probably, with him in the MVP. However, he will probably be pretty chalky up there, so we'll need to get creative elsewhere. But yeah, no. Other than that, I
Yeah.
think this is going to be a good matchup. Be looking forward to seeing how it pans out. It'd be nice for the Jets to win, just simply due to the fact I know their players will be probably lower owned than the 49er players will, and it'll help my fantasy. But other than that, I don't really care who wins. So
Yeah, obviously diehard 49er fan. We had a dumpster fire of an off season. I mean, literally, arguably the worst in the league. So I really have no clue what team is going to show up on the field. I know we have a bunch of all-stars. We've paid everybody, so they should now be happy. But I honestly have no clue what to expect. So I'm just expecting hopefully some good football when we come out with a win.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, yeah, this is another single game here. We were able to do the Thursday night opening night here, and then the Monday. So we'll be kind of probably focus on Monday nights going forward, unless that Thursday night matchup is awesome and just like I can't miss Thursday night game. But that's simply due to pushing out UFC content and also the NFL Millie Maker had some pretty good lineups. Obviously, things went way different. Patriots looked good. Almost threw up there in my mouth. Bears. I mean, defense looked great. So yeah, there's obviously Tyreek Hill being arrested before the game didn't affect him. He did the little celebration dance there. So yeah, looking forward to this season. Hopefully, we can help you guys win big, and you'll see us win big. So, David, anything else to add?
Yeah, super excited for the NFL season. We have our first Sunday here in the books. We got our first Monday night football game coming up with the 49ers. And just make sure to stay tuned. We got UFC NYJ coming up at the Sphere. That should not disappoint with Mr. Sean O'Malley, you know, defending his belt again. Good luck to everybody out there, and see you guys on the next one.